Good afternoon, teacher. My name is Maria Alejandra Ordóñez Romero, and I belong to the course 103 of the Pedagogy of National and Foreign Language. I show my identity card. Okay, the subject of study is to identify the parts of a scientist article in APA format. Um, therefore, sorry. Therefore, I have selected the present article written by these researchers Hailey Curry, T. Katajabouri, and Asikainen H. Okay, this article has been published in the journal Social Psychology of Education, Vol. 24, use 2, page 589 and 606, year 2021, and his structure in APA format according to the guidelines established by the 7th edition guide. An article generally consists of several parts that follow an organized structure. Okay, title. Initially with the title, which is the name of the article and is usually a brief summary of the content. In this case, it is Understanding Procrastination, a case of a study skill course. Okay, next is the abstract, which is a writing fragment that explains the content of article. As you can see, it provides an overview of the topic, the objectives, the methodology used by the author, the result, and the main conclusions that will be detailed later as I explain the article. The key words are also writing, which are specific terms that summarize and represent the relevant topics. Okay, another fundamental part of the article is the introduction, which provides the necessary context to understand the article. In this case, it begins with the fundamentals that highlight how procrastination occurs in students based on the criteria of different authors, followed by the subtopics and the studies such as um, the factors that explain academic procrastination and the differential psychology perspective, the motivational and volitional psychology perspective, the clinical psychology perspective, and situational are detailed in the paragraphs that structure this section. Okay. Time and form management skills behind procrastination, psychological flexibility, and academic self-efficacy beliefs are fundamental topics, and to have a clear idea of what the work will consist of. Okay, and finally, express the objective of the article, which is to include all these variables and explore their interrelationships and how these together predict procrastination among students who experience challenge with their student skills. Another part that is included in the theoretical framework or literature review, but in this specific case it has been considered to unify the introduction with the theoretical foundation. Okay, methodology. The methodology specifies the techniques or methods used to carry out the research. It includes details about study designs, data collection, statistical analysis, among others. Okay, participants. In this study, students who have challenge with time management and also wellness were concerned were 149 volunteers who answered to questionnaire in fall 2019 participated of test students. 14 were excluded because their responses were missing many values related to the measured dimension greater than 50%. In the questionnaire, students were asked to assess their one-time effort management skill, their academic self-efficacy, their tendency to procrastinate, and their psychological flexibility. Okay, instruments, parallel and line bonds. How learn questionnaire was used with the instrument time and effort. Management skills were measured with 4 items and on a Likert scale from 1 to 5. And the short version of the original pure procrastination scale has been shown the robust instrument that allowed obtaining relevant information for the study. Okay, a missing value analysis was performed on measurement and statistical analysis that were replaced with mixed relationships between scales were explored by person correlation. A linear regression analysis was conducted to understand the influence of academic time management and effort on psychological flexibility and procrastination. Okay, results. Another fundamental part of the article is the results obtained by means of the instrument applied in the case the questionnaire that provided data according to the student's answer. Okay, referring to the expression referring to the regression analysis time and the form management scale, psychological flexibility and academic self-efficacy, explaining a significant level of variance in procrastination meant that the students who reported higher used time and the form management strategies and higher psychological flexibility report less tendency to procrastinate. Okay, difference between these core groups. The difference between these core groups showed that there were differences in procrastination experiences and were determined according to two key tests. Okay, discussion of results. In this part is where the authors interpreted and analyzed the results obtained in the study. It is indispensable in all articles because it allows contextualizing the findings, comparing them with the existing literature and offering explanation and potential meanings as can be answered in the document. In this section, the authors have considered providing the results in the tables of scale correlation, regression, and the difference between the groups which are related to recent findings of diverse research. Okay, limitations. In the discussion part, we have also considered the limitation of the article that explain the aspect that could have affected the validity of generalization of the results. Okay, practical implication and conclusions. In this case, the implication refers to the recommendation of the article according to the data obtained and to the conclusion that are summary of the key findings. This article suggests addressing procrastination in students by combining course on study skills on time management with intervention based on acceptance and commitment therapy, where both psychological flexibility and time management are addressed in the information of skill to obtain optimal results. Following are some details of the article that the author has considered, including related to the contribution and availability of the article data. Okay, reference. Mm, reference. Okay, the reference used in the development of the document is described as a section and follows a format established by the APA 7th edition standards. For example, the first reference is extracted from a scientific article. Okay, the first name of each and the authors in the main, followed by the year in parentheses, the title of the document, the name of the journal in italics, the volume, the number of the journal in parentheses, and the page it contains. It should be noted that the citation changes according to the type of document being cited. In the case of the following citation, since it is the book, the author's last name. Okay, es- in the case, the following citation says it's a book, the author's last name, the first letter of the first name, the year in parentheses, the title of the book in italics, and the published are placed first. Finally, the authors have placed a note in their informative data. And that's all, teacher. Thank you very much for attention. I hope the information has been clear.